Well, hello. Name's Alpern, and we're here on Nexus watching none other than my fellow countryman, Orangepest, playing as the OKW faction. Already sending out his Star Empire here. No Kubel start as of yet. Might be feeling a tier 1 start from his opponent, none other than Seshel, who is some smurf, allegedly. It's a different player. A very strong player. And there is rumors going around who this might be, but because of
objection, hearsay
reasons, we're just gonna refer to him as Seshel. Of course, Orangepest going into this game does not know how good his opponent is, so since it's a Smurf account, we'll see. But I have a feeling we have some surprises in store. But yeah, split up start here from Orangepest and Nexus. Nexus is of course quite mirror, meaning you can go any side and you are not really fighting for a disadvantage. Usually you see most players just opt to go for south, because it's for some reason easier to just charge center from south. That's at least in my experience. But we do have the first engagement coming up here. Star Empire is going to close the gap on the combat engineers. Also, let's talk about teching here. We saw tier 2 coming out for Seshel straight off the bat into Maxims. So it looks to be one of those old strats. Of course, pretty much founded by Von Ivan, where you spam Maxims. It's going to be very interesting here to see what Seshel can do with this. Star Empire here taking a lot of damage. And is of course forced away. Not a good engagement there for Orangepest. He actually also went a Kubel here. Might have been a taken choice once he saw the Maxims. Kubel does quite well versus these support weapons, because you can just drive through the arc and get behind them, putting on some bleed, and usually forcing repositioning, and that's when your infantry can charge in, right? Yeah, Von Ivan. False Grenadiers stuck in crossfire here. Didn't quite see him marched into a Maxim. NA or Asia. Not sure what that's referring to. But we have a commander pick here, Scavenge, for Orangepest, which of course gives him repairs on his Folks and JLIs, as well as the Howitzer barrage, which gets stronger the more munitions you hold. Meanwhile, Seshel here opting for Soviet Combined Arms Army, which is something you see very often in team games, I think. But you get your camouflage sys guns and your guard rifles, as well as some recon, which is just... it's a solid commander. And here you go, Kubel is in play, but it's flanked by this combat engineer, and on the rear you actually take a lot of damage, holy crap! You don't want to reveal that ass of yours, Mr. Kubel, but yeah, the support weapon crew finishing off that. Here comes the infantry flank. At least Kubel gave him some much needed vision, but the Maxims should be able to set up here with no issue. You can see here the Maxims just trying to cover all possible flanks. Very well played here from Seshel. We do see a Flame Nade, but Maxim is already repositioning. And the main goal with this build of Seshel is just to get the suppression on everyone. So you can take the damage because of your 6-man crews. And this is why this build is so much stronger than, say, a Vickers spam or a MG42 spam. Because basically the 6-man crews make them so durable. And you got your time to just soft reposition while taking damage. I mean, if this was a normal machine gun, you know, it would be down to 2, maybe even just 1 man. But because it's a Maxim, you can just walk around everywhere. Fortunately for Orangepest, it does have the infiltration tactics grenades, which can be very useful versus a strat like this. And of course, getting that JLI for the vision to spot the Maxims before moving into them is also going to be quite handy. Yeah, we got a bit of a stalemate here. This False Grenadier pretty much surrounded by Maxims. Meanwhile, we've got this low HP squad just capping up the map, but he can find himself in a very poor retreat path here. These Maxims are pretty much covering every possible route. Seems most likely the Maxims are going to be forced to retreat here. Yes, indeed. You don't want to risk losing one. That's basically -2 because you're also going to give one to your opponent, right? Meanwhile, yeah, Orangepest here actually going for mechanized. We have a Lux in the build. So Orangepest just struggling to get good engagements here. Meanwhile, we have guards coming out now for Seshel, finally reaching 2 command points. Which is just so nice in a build like this, right? Because they can hold the flanks for the versus the light vehicles with the PTRS. And, you know, it's just a good squad to bleed your opponent. If he does get a flank off, the guards will surely win any 1v1 scenario, so... We also have an M5 coming out for Seshel. Might be going for that forward reinforce, considering he doesn't have the munitions. He went for the DP, so I don't think this is going to be a quad. Meanwhile, we see here Seshel actually struggling a bit with the map control, but he does have his units slowly capturing the map. This Lux is making its presence known. Guards get 1 volley in, but not quite enough. Meanwhile, the entire German force is suppressed. Oh, and the Lux hits the mine! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's gonna be bad. Guards here trying to find an angle. He only needs 1 volley off to kill this. Lux trying to get around the corner, but not quite in time there. Guards, of course, can reach it in time with that snared engine. Yeah, that's a heavy loss, you know. You don't want to lose your light vehicle just in the first bloody engagement, so very bad there for Orangepest, and the map is now going to slowly enter Seshel's control. And this Maxim just covering the entire base sector here. Of course, you do have this little flanking route here on both sides. Meanwhile, we have a machine gun from Orangepest himself, MG34, holding the north. But it's very easy to flank this, and, you know, Seshel, he already has this flamethrower. Also using the M5 here for healing. Did he actually go here? He didn't even go healing. Wow, okay, interesting. So he's using this like a budget ambulance. Meanwhile, Orangepest here rebuilding his looks, not happy with the last performance. Going to remake that. Maxim's just setting up everywhere. MG34 here, getting flanked by the combat engineer. In the south, MG holds the base territory. Lux can't even go there because of the presence of the guards. We do have a German attack in the north. And the map is just slowly creeping in Seshel's favor. Let's see if this Lux can do anything. The guards are going to reposition here to stop it from doing too much damage. Also very nice here, pushing the models out of the capture. We have a Sysgun coming out for Orangepest, realizing he probably won't get as lucky this time, where the Lux just instantly hits a mine. But yeah, Lux here almost killing this Maxim. Guards are dealing a lot of damage to this Lux though. Maxim does go down, but instantly recruit there by Seshel. No snare coming in as of yet from Orangepest, but M5 is taking some damage. Maxim just sets up right in front of these. We see infiltration grenades coming in, but the model placement here from the Maxim. And what was that? A combat engineer went down the flamethrower, grabbing the Maxim that was forced to retreat. Did get wiped by all the German infantry on the retreat path. But the Maxims are just everywhere, and they're so potent, right? Because they're 6 men, and now they can also reinforce. And here you have the guards in the M5. Lux can't even beat that. Might even see a wipe here, trying to get some blocking done. Stern Pioneer did survive, which probably would have been game otherwise. You see the base defenses opening up, MG34 getting very low. No snare yet, he can't actually afford any snares because of the infiltration grenades. Oh, that's so bad. We see a second Lux, however, from Orangepest coming in here. Maxim's now pulling up once again, going to stop any pushes out of this base. Meanwhile, the second, another Maxim is going down south, probably realizing this is now open. So yes, Seshel is on top of his game here, playing really well. Reinforcing here with the M5, healing and reinforcing even. Got the Sys gun here together with the guards that are now Vet 1. Of course, they do have the DP, so they can use the button to stop any Lux pushes. But yeah, the Germans here marching straight into this Maxim. We have Sys Barrage coming in here on the MG44, but look at this model placement here. Oh, we saw infiltration grenades. No, didn't quite get that apparently. He paid for it, but didn't get it. Lux in the south as well, double Lux now. It's going to be quite hard to actually contain this with only the guards, but he does have that Sys gun. But you can see here just the power of 6 man. They can sit here and take all the damage, and you know they're not moving. It's basically like poker, you know, you're calling your opponent's bluff because you know your opponent won't kill this. Just sit there and keep firing. And now you can also, you know, reinforce from the M5. Just very hard to deal with. But yeah, one of the Luxes managed to remove the Maxim in the south, so that is open now. Seshel here, sending a machine gun down there to stop any advances. See if he gets there in time. Could actually use this garrison potentially. You have a door here, and then I think it's 3 windows. But yeah, that Maxim is forced away. Here comes the M5. Luxes are repaired, however. I mean, even if he kills a couple models here, they're just constantly reinforcing here from the M5. Sysgun, of course, in ambush. There's a Lux behind him as well, but I mean, the guards can just stop any of these dives. I don't think Orangepest can get any decisive engagement going as long as the guards are present on the battlefield. You do see incendiary rounds here on the Sysgun, but it thankfully gets behind the bush here. Guards in the M5 meanwhile are dealing with the second Lux. Maxim in the south is flanked and is actually forced to retreat there. Meanwhile, Sysgun just staying here. Just keep reinforcing your 6-man crews. And I mean, look at this position. It's so rough for OKW to deal with, right? We might see a Sys Barrage here as well. Yep. Misses the first, but there's a second shot coming in. Thankfully gets the hell out of there. M5 getting one more model. And I mean, Lux can't push this away with the guards in there. Manages, however, to find an angle. Of course, the guards are positioned like on the lower or the back half of the half track, so if only the front is revealed, they actually can't shoot. Okay, we have some sneaky Luxes here. Only 4 kills on this bad boy. This one has 6. You can see they use their Vet 1 abilities here for recon using the cautious movement, I think it's called. Oh, and this could be exactly what he's looking for, the M5. No guards, no Sysgun. Definitely needs to kill this vehicle. We see overdrive being used here, getting around that corner. Lux not following up there for some reason. Sysgun and guards are looking to defend this. Second Lux is in the center. We have so many mines here though, in this area. Lux here trying to finish the job. Doesn't quite get the shots he needs. We also button there coming in from the guards, but the Lux was very fast to move out of there. the Luxes are just swarming around Seshel's lines here, probing, trying to find an opening to kill. But I mean, the map control has been so horrible for Orangepest here. Seshel, 300 fuel almost, 500 manpower. I must say, I'm a bit scared here. This Sysgun is just surrounded by mines, right? It can really backfire if the Luxes hit the mines. Yeah, Orangepest straight up base locked here. Oh, Lux going in here, but there's so many mines. And where's the guards in all this? They are coming up. One Lux hits the... Oh, and it hits all three of them! What a disaster! Full HP Lux goes down to the mines. Sysgun still alive, by the way. That's just 6 men right here. Will most likely get decrewed, yes indeed, showing the rear there. You always want to be reversing your 80 guns to get use of the gun shield, which actually provides green cover. So yeah, as soon as he revealed the rear there, it did get decrewed. But, I mean, the M5 is now back on the field. It did survive, so that will pretty much just get recrewed, and all of these will just be reinforcing here in no time. Meanwhile, we do have a Raketten from Orangepest. Might be expecting something such a T-Fed 476. I mean, look at Orangepest map control. He has no munitions, no fuel, no income. He does currently hold the fuel for once, but I think this cutoff has been decaptured the past 10 minutes. What the hell? You see an ML20 in the middle of the map. Now this is intriguing. This is the first time I've seen this in a competitive 1v1 CoH2 game. But we literally have an ML20 in the middle of Nexus. And I mean, putting it this close is going to make it so goddamn accurate. It's going to be like a Sturm Tiger on steroids, putting it this close. And I mean, it's so potent here with the Maxims and the Sysguns. He just keeps reinforcing everything. So hard to push away. So apparently Seshel here feeling very confident getting this up. And I mean, it could just straight up win him the game. Also, Seshel now has IL-2 precision bombing strike. I think no tier 4 yet for Orangepest, he went tier 1 instead. We did see the SWS half track earlier. Also here we have the guards using, of course, the go stationary ability, giving them extra range, which is just insane with the DPs, right? They basically can return fire on the MG here. Oh, it's firing! On the base? Interesting. This Raketten needs to get the hell out of there! And of course, that means the ML20 is now revealed for Orangepest. He knows it's there now. Man, this is just ridiculous. Not getting the shots in need, but yeah, exactly. He can use the recon on the flight. He has 300 munitions. Just spam this for the more accurate shots, right? So now he's gonna get more accurate shots because of the recon plane. What is this, a game plan from Seshel? Orangepest, no! What? Not paying attention, there you go. Accurate ML20. From the center, wiping the Sturm Pioneer. I would say that's already paid off. And there you go, Raketten opening up fire here. Connects once, needs 2 more hits to kill it. We have Sys Barrage trying to stop it, hits the wall however. 3rd shot to kill it though. And here we go, IL-2 coming in. But ML20 is now dead. Oh! Raketten goes down. Almost gets the false grenadiers as well. Meanwhile we have a flanking. Oh, what is this incendiary? Oh, well played there from Orangepest. Using the grenades to finish off the M5. Very well played. Of course the engine was snared. There's like no way to get out of that. But that's going to cost him the folks themselves. And I mean, Orangepest has no units left. I mean, you can just rebuild the M5. It's cheaper than the Volks. God damn. But yeah, Seshel seemingly, I think he would be quite overall happy with that. He did kill the Sturm, which is like, I would say that's actually worthwhile. If you can trade an ML20 for your opponent's Sturm Pioneer. I mean, it's always so hard for OKW to replace Sterns because of how expensive they are. And you of course also get rid of the veterans here, right? Combat Engineer almost goes down there, seems to be getting away. Currently Seshel just waiting for that M5 to reappear so he can start healing and replenishing his forces. Yeah, Siskan here in the north, about to get flanked however by the Volks. Meanwhile in the south, Maxim flanked as well, but the M5 is here. Infiltration grenades coming out however. It's pinned so it can't move. MG34 went down to the Maxims, the double Maxims. But he just reinforces, and no pain, no gain for Orangepest. Or yeah, lots of pain, but no gain, rather. And we do have a tier 4 coming out here. Of course, he knows his opponent went IL2 precision, so you don't want to put this outside of your base sector. This pretty much removes 70% of its HP. Yeah, you can see here, somehow Orangepest still has a VP lead, which I think is just Seshel ignoring VPs. We do have a flanking JLI, of course. He can spot the Maxim, so he knows where they are. Objection hearsay calls. Yeah, not going in for the infiltration grenade, which is a bit surprised. I mean, Seshel is just gonna rotate this, right? And the flank is gone. Yeah, M5 now regrouping. He needs to reinforce these Maxims. One Volk has probed the defenses. And the Soviets are on the run. Orangepest down here, 4 squads of infantry by the way, versus an entire armada of Soviets. Let's see the Siskan here, creeping up with the ambush. And this JLI is playing with destiny, I'd like to call it, because long way home here.
Supply lines have been cut.
Seshel is slowly capturing the map. He has IL2 again. He's got a lot of resources. Let's see what he goes for next. Might be a tech up for a vehicle, I think. Yeah, we have tier 4 here, so a T-34 is an option. Yeah, guards here vastly outnumbered. Sisparaj. The M5 is back here, so the guards are enabled to reinforce. The Maxims that were earlier forced to retreat are now back. I do like Seshel's game plan here though, just charging at the cutoffs. It's one thing with this map, they are very open cutoffs, right? It can be real struggle versus machine guns to actually hold. Yeah, Siskan there misses. We have a Raketen from Orangepest. I'm not quite sure what the plan here is. I'm guessing he's just so afraid of a vehicle from Seshel, which does make sense. So we have the Maxims getting flanked here. We have another okay. This one's a bit more conservative. Just outside the base. Usually I would say this would be like a better location than you mine like here or here, but I guess Seshel is feeling quite confident this game. So we have another ML20. Second ML20 of this game. We have folks here flanking. They're taking so much damage from this M5. We see a snare coming in. Raketten is pulling up. Folks almost goes down for that though. And Siskan is of course in position. That looks is proving to be quite useless. And here comes the JLIs just marching into the MG arc. Everyone's just forced to retreat. We have another plane. Does that mean ML20 is firing? And there you go. Let's see if it hits something with this accuracy. Nope. We have AA from the tier 4. Of course, Orangepest here grabbing the repairs on the mechanized instead of rebuilding the stern pioneer. Which is nice because it's cheaper, but it's also quite bad because you don't get your sweeper, right? Which is quite important versus Soviets. Yeah, very risky here for Orangepest to retreat because they're basically retreating into the hellfire. Just keeping an eye out what's happening with this ML20. It seems Orangepest has found a safe spot to reinforce. What is this M5? It's just diving straight in. Seshel fears nothing. And these JLIs are actually in trouble. The guards in the Maxim. Whoa, so much damage. Look at that. I mean, I would have left this game a long time ago. Look at the Orangepest army. I guess he is getting that Panzer IV-J, which could be quite useful. Thank you for the raid there, Papa Oscar. But yeah, this Panzer IV has so much work to do. And of course, say it hits a mine or gets buttoned, Seshel can always just use the IL-2 bombing strike to deal with it. Basically use that as an anti-tank overwatch. If you can somehow slow it down. Got this one flanking false grenade, but I'm not sure what it's supposed to be doing here. Feels so outmatched and so risky here. Long way home, you know. Yeah, here comes the Panzer IV. Siskan immediately regrouping there. Panzer IV going in for the M5. Not getting the killing blow. These guards are bunched up. Takes out half the squad. Siskan connects. Raketten goes down. But the guards might here go down. That's a huge loss for Seshel. And definitely something Orangepest needs. It's one more shot. No! Switches the target. That's very unfortunate there. Meanwhile, oh, Lux is diving the Siskan. Sorry I missed that, but well played there from Orangepest. Lux now vet 5 with 33 kills. And we can see here Orangepest actually making some moves. We have once again the ML20 in the base. Oh, that was a close call. But yeah, his structures are actually getting quite low here. Are we looking at the annihilation game plan from Seshel? Seshel actually grabbing a vehicle here, T-44 76, once again, couldn't go in for something like a ram into IL-2 bombing strike, or just ram with assists, and the guards can probably be enough as well. But yeah, still no stern pioneer for Orangepest. This mechanized HQ is working overtime repairing his vehicles here. And the tier 4 actually managed to kill a plane there, that's very nice. It's not that common that it manages. Yeah, Siskan is actually open for grabbing here. I'm a bit surprised they didn't finish this off with the Lux. Could definitely have killed the gun there completely. Oh, Maxim very low there. Lux gets the wipe, 40 kills now. What? Alright, I wouldn't call that the most efficient use of an IL-2 bombing strike, but there you go. Maxim denied. go. Assist gun is removed. Yeah, M5 is not here. It is moving up for the reinforcing. Oh, sorry. Of course, with the guards, it's going to be a bit harder for Orangepest Panzer IV to do anything. And they're retreating back into the... Oh, looks almost goes down there. As the T-4476 actually connects with the Panzer IV, that's ridiculous. Oh, infiltration grenades. Orangepest got a micro here. Only gets 2 models for that trouble though.
The sector is at risk.
The Soviets are almost ready, but the forces are looking way more even now than they did earlier. You can see here the HQs are actually up, closing in on halfway HP. Getting very low. Tier 4 instantly starts shooting down the plane. Very nice. We have another T-4476 there from Seshel. And we actually have a Sternpire here from Orangepest, getting that sweeper straight off the bat. He's going to need it if he wants to probe any deeper than center of the map, which is also filled with mines. There's mines everywhere. They're very hard to spot right now because of how deformed the map is, but they are there. This looks is doing a lot actually. It's really creeping up to be a very good investment compared to the other two. Meanwhile, in the north, both players scouting. Sweeper here, coming in, looking to remove those mines. Also has a flank here, but the Maxim's already holding that angle. Gets into the house, however. Does get the suppression off before entering, but that will be removed here quite soon. Of course, 76 as however, Sternpio needs to get the hell out of there. Oh, this could be an immediate loss here for Orangepest. Thankfully that misses. I don't think Orangepest is aware that there's 2 76s, but here we go. Panzer IV completely surrounded. Raketten setting up, however. Gets 1 bounce, which is pretty much exactly what he needs here. See the IL-2 bombing strike coming in as well. Raketten, unfortunately, chooses the other T-44 as target. We have a second Raketten. Raketten manages to get a hell out of there with only 2 men going down, but very fortunate there for Seshel not losing a 76 with the targeting there from the Rakettens. Obviously losing line of sight for just a split second, making it change its target. And of course, in one of the more recent patches, the looks actually got buffed versus green cover, which I think is what we can see here. Dealing a lot of damage to that Maxim, even though it's behind green. Basically, it was moved more towards being a green cover disposal unit, where it can remove units behind sandbags, etc. Yeah, is ML20 still firing? Yeah, on the base, of course. Looks here, forced away by the guards. Panzer IV in the south, forcing the Maxim away. This is shaping up to be a game after all. It looked like Orangepest was out of it very early, but he slowly managed to rebuild here. And he's gotten some important wipes on Seshel's forces, such as the Sys gun, right, and one of the Maxims, making it a bit easier. Meanwhile, he has Seshel grabbing an SU-85 actually. Oh, M5 there, well done! Of course, with the JLI spotting, Raketten just actually manages to hit twice, which is rare, but M5 does go down there, just double tapped back to the graveyard. Yeah, looks here, baiting in the T-34-76s into the Rakettens. Yeah, JLI getting very low there. Rakettens and Panzer IV moving up. T-34s though could be on the flank, but Seshel is gonna be aware. Got the recon overflight once again. And of course AA is instantly activated by Orangepest. Both players just using all of their tools at their disposal. We have a second Panzer IV now coming in for Orangepest, which is definitely going to put him ahead here, I would say, because there's barely any AT. I guess there's the AC-85 now. But even then... Oh, we have the ML-20 actually on the Raketten, not on the base sector this time around. Almost gets the wipe there. Yeah, SU-85 coming in here, but the second Raketten is gonna make him think otherwise. Guards here, focus firing on the Raketten. We see infiltration grenades, we also have the mine here, that could be a wipe! Thankfully, Seshel does pay attention, saving the squad. Oh, folks clumping up there, Raketten forced to retreat by the flanking T-34-76. Folks in trouble. Oh no, that's probably dead. Gets a nice retreat path, however, but so many T-34-76s just swarming the area like sharks smelling blood. Meanwhile in the north here, the looks! Holy crap, 60 kills now! Taking out that Maxim. That's another loss for Seshel. Obviously his micro is a bit spent here. ML-20 now actually vet 1. But yeah, I think, was that? Yes indeed, he's using the False Grenadiers of course for the repairs, which is courtesy of Scavenge Doctrine. It's gonna make his repair time slightly better. Nice hits there from the Panzer IV. No M5 rebuild, interestingly, from Seshel. I guess his resource is a bit too spent for it. Oh! Is SU-85 in trouble though? Trading shots with the Panzer IV, but Panzer IV miss, that's very unfortunate. I think had those connected, I think this second Panzer IV would just have gone in for it, because that would be one shot away from dying. So yeah, SU-85 there gets another shot in, but Rakettens flanked here, T-34-76 insta-retreat on both of them, vet 5. But there's so many T-34s, and they're blocking, oh no. Are these gonna get out of there alive? I actually doubt it. Yeah, just one tapped. Yeah, Raketten is a good 80 gun, Chan. I think this right here is... oh, that's so ridiculous. That's double vet 5 retreat, by the way. One manages to get away with 2 man. SU-85 holding the flank there of the T-34s. Yeah, one Raketten just dabbed on. I don't think that's entirely true, Dreamer. If you just reverse, they're way more survivable than the Rakettens. Also, you probably wouldn't be this close if there were Sys guns, because you had 5 more range, you could be here, which is just, you know, it's just less to move to get back to safety. Yeah, Raketten gets a shot in there. T-34 actually very close to going down. This Lux is just doing so well. 62 kills. JLI in trouble though. T-34 looking for the kill, focusing the Raketten however. Panzer IV dealing with the guards. JLI did go down there to the T-34-76. What is that? Is that a false grenadier? We have infiltration grenades on the flamer. Does survive, but very close to going down. Orangepest actually retreats all of his units here. Thinking his line is probably a bit too thin. It seems Orangepest is once again grabbing the map here actually. But we have now a third T-3476 on the field. ML20 once again firing on the base sector, of course. And this Folk is actually going to retreat into that. Gotta have to keep an eye out.
IL-2 ready for reconnaissance. The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Panzer IV to save the day. Orangepest is retreating and moving that, so he's paying attention. We do of course have Orangepest using AA again, I'm assuming. No, actually not. Oh, that's very smart, using the Folks to repair while they're reinforcing. Make sure you're not losing to annihilation. Captain's there guarding the Panzer IV. This T-34 positioning though is like the retreat path here, and it just goes in for some easy wipes. Like this squad is probably dead here because of this T-34 just sitting on the retreat path at all times. But he's going in for the Raketen, 5-man retreat once again. Should be able to make it out of that one fine though. Oh, T-34 in trouble, gets snared here for its troubles. Second Raketen out of the base, connects twice, needs 2 more hits. Maxim setting up, but it is flanked already. And the Panzer IVs are still repairing, quite ready for an engagement here. Filtration grenades on the Maxim, let's see if this one does any better. Very poor spread on that one, but does force a retreat. Another Maxim in the north, covering the flank. Raketen forced retreat again. First shot from the T-34, almost deleting it completely. We have another ML20. Oh! Whew.
Our headquarters is taking enemy fire.
Oh, this is so painful. What is this Lux doing? It is going in for it. Just looking to wipe some... just trying to catch all of the action here. There's so much going on. Yeah, the Maxim got destroyed in base. This T-34-76 actually looking quite dead. Yes, indeed. Yeah, looks... Could go for the ML20 actually. Before he dies to annihilation. Su-85 here. Trading blows with the Panzer IV. Getting buttoned there by the guards. Holy crap, that was almost a triple kill. Yeah, Lux is pulling back now. ML20 now up to Vet 2 with 10 kills. But I mean, this Lux is 65 kills. What an ace. Ace Lux. So we have another T-34 for Seshel. He has a lot of resources though. Could just be pumping those bad boys out.
T-34 ready for combat.
You can see here, just very efficient repairing here from Orangepest. Just keeps trading, but he's faster on the repairs than Seshel, so he's just slowly getting a bit more and more map. As long as he can keep his units alive, that is. Another recon overflight coming in here. AA, of course, already firing. Oh, the M20 is already firing? Oh, that's a... Is that the Vet 2 that lets it fire so... Rate of fire, yes. I'm assuming that's the case. Interesting. Good hit there from the Panzer IV. Guards taking a lot of damage here. Oof. Dropping the DP actually, but does get that one back. Raketen forced away by the flanking T-34s. Oh, stern pile! Almost goes down there. I mean, it's almost annihilation time. Oh, can he get the snare in? Raketen connects, but he walks on the mine. Folk's now in trouble. Su-85 gets hit as well. Oh, these losses are so painful for Orangepest. Here we go, the Soviet Armada is coming in. There's one Raketen, one Panzer IV and a Dream. Raketen now Vet 4. Look at that fire rate from it. But it's going to get removed, yes indeed. Vet 4 off the field. We have another Panzer IV away from Orangepest. Oh, these folks just appear and disappear. It's like a magic trick. But yeah, it's Orangepest, barely any units left. I mean, same goes for Seshel though. This is both players really scrapping the barrel, but Seshel has so much that he can replenish with. Like, he can just make 2 or 3 more units here. No problem. Oh, Luke's going in again, but the guards are this time in the base. 41 killed guards versus 66 killed Lukes. Here comes the T-34. MG goes down though, stolen MG-34 apparently, but Folks, but the T-34 manages to miss that. Might as well have been another wipe. Oh, Su-85 was actually very low there, but seems to be fine. Going back into the fray though, Panzer IV going in here, Raketen still standing. One T-34 goes down, Su-85 is in trouble, T-34 gets gun crit, second Panzer IV coming in, Su-85 goes down. Another Panzer IV, another T-34 goes down. What is that push? All of Seshel's armor goes down, only one T-34 standing. Guards were off the field and this looks is just keeping him occupied. Panzer IV now smelling blood. Knowing that 3 vehicles are down, he's surely ahead here. Looks just being as annoying as ever. Guards trying to hold the line here. Could just go for some squish action. And there you go, guards. Oh, are they going to die as well? Oh. I mean, that's from 80 pop cap to 30 right there. Gets the Raketen with the ML20. He actually recruits the T-34 76. I think Orangepest is tired of Seshel's bullshit here, just stealing this. Now the ML20 Vet 2 is in trouble. I don't think the Su-85 will be in time. We have one, we have a second one in queue as well. Yeah, there you go, ML20 is down. Here, Panzer IV, Vet 5 by the way. Also I see the 105 howitzer barrage coming in. Needs one more hit. He's gonna use the focus sight here to get the final shot, I believe. Yes, indeed. But it bounces! Oh, that's so unfortunate. What is going on here? He's repairing in the howitzer barrage. Oh, that's some unlucky spread for Orangepest. I feel like that should be dead, but no. I have another IL-2, but I mean, there's no units left here. There's now 3 Panzer IVs and the T-34, and they're getting repaired so fast. Of course, with the recon, he knows the T-34 is slowly getting scavenged. Su-85, of course, going to finish that. Not gonna let Orangepest get away with such trickery.
Only 200 points remain. Double your efforts.
And I mean, this Su-85, sure they can deal with the Panzer IVs, but what do you do? He needs to rebuild everything. A Katusha? What's this plan? I don't get it. Very strange. And this looks is just, oh my god, 70 kills. Killing everything. seems it might be doomed here though. T-34-76 coming in as well as the Su-85. Of course looking for the Panzer IV, but he wants that kill. Gets it, yeah. Rest in pieces, dear Lux Ace.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Yeah, the Panzer IVs are now repaired. Good to go, seemingly.
Rocket launcher on the field.
Oh, we see the Blitz coming in here on the first Su-85. Of course, there's a second one, but there's another Panzer IV. Somehow bounces on the rear of that Su-85. And coming up behind him, meanwhile here, T-34 going back. Everything bounces on the Vet 5 Panzer IV, however. Third Panzer IV enters the fray. One Su-85 goes down. Katusha, don't know what it's supposed to be doing here. Very poor pick there from Seshel. Su-85 is surrounded. T-34 goes in for the ram there, which is surely going to be the spelling end here for that Panzer IV. But there's two more on the field. Can't quite get the angle. IL-2 bombs coming in here on the Panzer IV. Hits the silo, defending the Panzer IV. As the Su-85 gets killed from the side, and that's game. That has to be game. GG, well played. Silo there, apparently speaking German, defending the Panzer IV. As the last one is going in for some salty killing here, I think. But wow, what a game! What back and forth. So, yeah. GG, well played. Incredible game. I mean, just ML20 in the center. What the hell was going on? Very, very interesting. Let's take a look at the stats here. I mean, so even in terms of kills. If we take a look at the graphs, I'm sure they tell a story. Actually, a bit surprised here how Okada or Orangepest was actually somehow even in terms of army value. It certainly didn't feel like that if we take a look at like points held. And I mean, even these points weren't giving any resources because they were not connected, right? All of these were essentially cutoffs. Just Seshel surrounding Orangepest's base here. But yeah, GG, well played from Orangepest and well played from Seshel. It's not usual that you see two ML20s being built in a competitive 1v1 and even less so in the center of the map. So yeah, very entertaining and very, very fun to watch. GG's.